In this video, you will learn 3 conversational habits that will make people love being around you. The first habit is to break people's patterns.
Well, I was told that you'll do an opening act for 10 minutes. It went very well for 35 minutes.
You can do that simply by being the first one to crack a joke in a conversation. Most people are very literal and boring in an interaction. By being the first person to crack a joke in an interaction, you communicate confidence because everyone else is waiting for other people to go first. One way to crack jokes is to create specific mental images in your listener's mind. You can do this by simply acting out your punchline.
But do you get tired when people give you your own movie references, or you enjoy
No, that's sweet. I mean, it means that they're showing love. I get a little tired when women come with their little infants of 6 months old and they look into me. आपका बड़ा fan है.
But let's say you can't think of a joke. There is still a very easy way for you to make a strong impression. All you have to do is to change how you start a conversation. Most conversations start with the same question, how are you? And generally people say good or fine. Instead, watch what Baman Irani does here.
How are you, sir?
I'm terrific.
I'm not saying you have to pretend to be amazing when you're sad. Just that if you are excited and in a genuinely good mood, say so. Now in earlier clips, we saw that he was teasing the other comedians. If you do that, you will alienate people. So why were his jokes so well received? That's because he makes his positive intentions clear with his actions and his words.
Back in 2015, when I think Instagram was also not a thing, I had uploaded 1 or 2 small YouTube videos. And one day on my Facebook, not even on my Facebook personal page, on my Facebook fan page or whatever we create, I see a message from Baman Irani saying, I saw 2 of your stand-up videos, love them, please tell me when you're performing in Mumbai next.
By the way, if you'd like to work on these habits step by step so that they become natural for you, make sure to join my email list. It's linked in the description box down below. The next habit is something we don't see in many conversations, direct disagreement. To try to look good, we all have the tendency to hide our disagreements, even if it's about something minor like movies or TV shows that we didn't like.
One positive of being young is energy. One negative of being young is little lack
Excuse
of...
me? Is there positive of being old and energy? I mean, old means older. I'm 65. I would like to believe I have pretty good energy, don't you think?
Instead, if you express why you disagree with someone, you will be able to command more respect because you're showing that you prioritize being honest over looking good.
But stage is usually not related कि confident हो तो आप stage पे जाते हो.
I think you're wrong there.
Now, you don't have to be blunt when you disagree with someone. Start by mentioning where you agree before you mention where you disagree, or you can use qualifying statements like it seems to me or it sounds like you're saying, and then mention your disagreement. That way, people will not get defensive and you will be able to have a more honest conversation. The next habit in this video is to level up your storytelling. Now, storytelling will help you in any situation like job interviews, dates, or pitching to investors. But telling a story can take time. So the first thing you need to do is to grab attention. The way to do that is to come up with a strong pre-frame.
I'll tell you a little story that probably changed my life. This is one of the life-changing moments in my life, which I needed someone up there to tell me, I am supporting you and you are on the right track. I needed a voice.
Now, if you start with a hook like it changed my life, people will give you their attention because they'd like to know more. And that way you can continue telling your story without worrying about getting cut off. The next step after your pre-frame is to set the scene. This is where you describe the physical location of your story. It makes people imagine the scene you're describing in their mind so they will follow along in real time. Watch an example here. For context, he's describing a hotel room he booked for his family for their first family vacation.
And the guy opened the door to my room. And we stepped inside the room. It was pitch dark. So the old guy went towards the switch. One light came on. It was still pitch dark. There was a 0 number bulb in the room. 1 0 number bulb in that blooming room. And I was so embarrassed of myself.
If you want to captivate your listeners even more, you need to set up stakes in your story. Stakes create anticipation in the story and keeps people hooked. Stakes also tell people why they should care about your story. For context, here he was talking to the president of the Boxing Federation of India and asking the president to make him the official photographer of an Olympic level boxing event.
Just give me a ringside badge to sit to take photographs of this event. So he said, okay, we'll think about it. Bye-bye. And he said, have you ever shot a boxing match? I said, no. He said, then you have some cheek to walk into my office and say that you want to be the official photographer of the World Cup. I'm sorry.
Now, once you've built up that tension, make sure to have the reveal at the very end of your story.
He opened the drawer and he took out an envelope and he gave me the envelope. I opened the envelope and there was a letter and says, "You are the official photographer of the World Cup of Boxing this year."
At this point, you might be tempted to end your story, but you'd be missing out on the moral of the story, which is the most important part. Finishing your story without calling out the moral of the story will make it feel incomplete. That's why books, movies, and TV shows have epilogues. Epilogues give closure to the readers and listeners.
Do not do what everybody else does. Do it differently. And why? Why? Aren't we different? Aren't we unique?
But if you don't have the confidence to do all of this in a conversation, watch the video on screen now so you can learn how to develop that confidence.